Hey, how's it going? Pusheisty, a YouTube user, has commented on one of my videos saying, very helpful, is it possible you could make a video on how we could use the information in a Google Sheet, like names, Bob, Joe, etc., and put them into the search bar, example on TikTok, Facebook? It looks like Pusheisty is building some kind of DM bot and has got stuck with how to cycle through a list of usernames. So I've built the first bit for Pusheisty and it looks a little bit like this. To do a Facebook search, it's easier to do things in a different way than to use the search bar on Facebook, and I'll show you the setup. You could build out RoboMotion so it clicks on the search bar and then it clicks the name and types it in, but that's quite slow, especially if you're going to do this at scale. What I recommend you do is build it like this. Have your list of people's names you're looking to get hold of. As you can see here, I've listed a load of famous founders, Mark, Zuck, Gates, Leah Busk, and all of that. And then what I'm doing here is concatenating the Facebook search URL with the founder's name. And if you've never used concat before, equals concat, basically concatenation means you put two things together and it now becomes one string like this. So you've got equals concat, and then open brackets, then you got speech marks, then the Facebook search URL, which is this. If you search for someone on Facebook and click, you'll see the search /top $Q equals. Then you want to concatenate the founder's name into the search URL like this. So the URL plus A1 equals the whole search URL. So if we search for, search for Mark Zuckerberg. If we search for old Mark, it will load in the URL, and here he is, old Zuck up the top, looking like the alien he does. Then we need to go and actually build this into the flow. And it took me a little while to figure out the correct way to do this, because if you open up too many browsers, Facebook will detect you are not human and it will block you, as I found out earlier. So you start off with the inject sequence, then a little bit of scripting, a little bit. And all I'm doing here is message.row number. This is in Google Sheets. So we've got row number 1, 2, 3, 4 until infinity. And then we've got message.account equals the cell plus the row number. So it would be B plus message.row number, and that would be B1. B1 equals Zuck, which is here. So RoboMotion will take the Google Sheet info, or will take B1, it will take Zuckerberg, and it will do a search. From here, it opens up the spreadsheet. It will then, this loads up in the Google Service account. If you've not set this up, you need to do it. Obviously, it's not going to work. You can't just plug in the URL. RoboMotion have got docs on how to do that. Just search on their Q&A site. Then you need to open the browser. What I'm doing differently here is I'm opening it from a data directory. This will save my cookies, so I have to log into Facebook via RoboMotion, and it will always remember my cookies, providing they don't expire and things like that. Then I'm opening up the Facebook link as normal, just the Facebook URL, nothing else. Then I'm getting the cell value here, so the cell I'm getting is message.account. And if you remember up here, message.account now equals B1. So it will grab B1, which is Zuck, up the top here. From here, I then open the link. And I'm opening the link of message.account. So I'm opening Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook search link. The secret is to open it up in the same tab. You do not want to open up another link, because it will open up another browser, and then Facebook will have two different instances running at once, and it will detect that and it will start working. So if you open it up in the same link, it will change this URL, which was facebook.com, to the search URL. And then from here, you can build up whatever you like. Your questions here, let's have a look. So it looks like you're going to build some kind of DM bot. From here, all you need to do is build a new string, and then like click on element, and you'd have to click on the DM or their profile, and then go through and actually send them a message. But for now, I'm not going to do that, just because I don't actually need to build it. But this is a good kind of basing to go on. So you open the link, and once that's done, you build your next flow. Then you have a go to. So once you're finished, you will go back to the start. And the start is now over here, not up here. Then you need to go to the next row in Google Sheets. So we need to tell RoboMotion it needs to go to B2 to look for Bill Gates. And you do that with another simple bit of script. So message.row number is now plus equals 1. And message.account is B plus the message.row number. Every time RoboMotion goes through this flow in the loop, it will then plus 1 onto it. So it'll be B2, and then B3, and B4, and B5, until you tell it when to stop. So this is the kind of backbone of what you would launch your kind of DM bot on. You could build this out and then just add in the rest of it. So I'm just going to press go on here, and we'll choose a bot, and the bot will run. And providing that Facebook runs fast enough, it shouldn't time out. I have put a little delay of 10 seconds in on open the link before it opens the next link. Just drag this over here, and it should just cycle through the list of people in the Google Sheet. So it should open Facebook, and then once it's loaded Facebook, it should go to the search URL and search for Zuck. Let's have a look. Here we go. Facebook's so slow. So I'll do a search for Zuck. And then once it's loaded up, old Zuck, here he is. RoboMotion is working hard in the background. We can see it's now over on the next row. I'm just going to search for Gates. And then when he's done with Gates, it will keep cycling round and round and round. Here we go. So now it's Leah, which I assume is, I don't know. I don't think this is the right person. This is the only thing with what you are doing is, unless you've got a set list of URLs for the actual person's profile, it's going to be very hard to find the correct person unless they are famous, like Bezos. Like, you know, there's only one Jeff Bezos, maybe a few impersonators, but I assume it's going to be quite easy. And then we've got Musk. Musk doesn't have a Facebook by the looks of it because he is now dominating Twitter. And once we've done this, and the cat's decided to move, and yeah, it goes round and round and round. So you get the theory. So as I mentioned earlier, from here, this open link, you know, build out your DM part, have a little mini flow inside this flow, and then once you've completed the flow, go back